This is a reflection on the dream with the snake and the ankh. As I've just been reflecting on it all day, and just thinking about the ankh. The ankh to me, it represents the connection of the masculine and female energy, but it also is a high frequency symbol. And I feel like the snake bite and like my vein turning black or brown, it turned brown, is is representing like a transformation or a death to this physical body and thought processes of where I am now. It's almost like it was getting rid of some things, or rid of me. Look, I'm simple. I wear it every day, and then I also have it above my bed. It's just a reminder of the oneness and the allness of my existence and who I am, and the connectivity that I have with the duality that's within me. My masculine, my feminine energy, my highs, my lows, my ins, my outs, like everything that's within me is connected back here in this symbol. It's a very powerful symbol. And so being that it came up on my wrist in the dream just from the bite of the snake, I think that snake bite was like a wake up, like wake up. It's like the Kundalini energy rising up. It is a wake up. You're waking up the chakras. You're waking up your energy. You're coming into a higher knowing of consciousness of everything that's going on within you and everything that's going on outside of you. And so that snake kind of represents, and going even through this week in my 6th grade science class that I teach, one of the little boys in his notebook, he has drawn a caduceus, and it wasn't a full out caduceus like what we see on the ambulance and all of that, but it was a green snake going up the Shishuma. And I'm like, you could see like this green snake, and he had it going out. Then it was like a pole in the middle of this snake going in. I'm like, how's this little 6th grader drawing? Does he know he's drawing a caduceus? But like I said, don't discredit the children at all. But I saw that early this week. I think it was either Tuesday or Wednesday when I saw that on his notebook. And then, I have this dream about the ankh symbol, and I know I've been doing some higher energy work, really tapping in with my energy more, being that we're in this frequency right now. We're in this higher frequency. I know the other day I did the video on light workers, light beings, and so going back into that, it's a lot of us who, before we even knew about a light worker or a light being and all of that, we just knew we were different. We just knew we didn't. And this is something with like light workers and light beings, like people of light. I would say we can mesh in a crowd, but we may not feel comfortable in that crowd. We can fit in pretty much anywhere, any circumstance, any place, any group. We're easily to have a group of friends or be a part of the popular crowd, and a lot of people may like us and all that kind of stuff. And but we still have a really strong, kind heart, and we use that position for positivity. But even though we're part of these groups, even though we may fit in with these different people, we don't feel comfortable. we still feel like the outsider. Like we'll still, even though we can fit in, even though we may go out, we may hang out with friends, may have a group of friends from high school or college or whatever. We may have went out, like when I was young, go out to the club and hang out with our friends, and we may do that. But it's something within us where we still feel like, I don't want to be here. I don't really feel comfortable. It's just not really my thing. But you really don't even know what it is. You just don't, I don't know, it just doesn't resonate with you to do that. And we all go through our phases, of course, of being out and hanging out with friends and doing all of that. But I think for us in particular, people who are of light, until we really connect with our system, our star system, those people who came from the same energy tribe or energy system or wherever it is that we come from, it feels like until we connect back with those people, those other star seeds and light beings, that we feel that peace and we don't too much feel like an outsider. We still may feel like an outsider, but when we come into an unknown and awareness of ourselves, it's easy for us to retreat and we can go back. Like we can tolerate people for a little bit, and then we'll be like, okay, it's time for me to, retreat. That means it's time for me to go back in, right? So, and that's even with people that we resonate with. Like we still feel like we need to go back and retreat back inward and be by ourselves. With the energy of everything that's going on now, y'all, I really don't suggest y'all being out and about, doing a lot of things. If you don't have to be outside and go anywhere, don't go. Be at home. Make your home your sanctuary for everything that you need, be it activities, food, your hobbies. Create you some fun hobbies, some things you can do at home. If it's arts and crafts, painting, books. Also, another thing that I'm creating in my home is a whole apothecary, just like they have at the Botanica. So I'm getting my big jars and I'm getting all my herbs and I'm growing my herbs so I can put them in these jars. So have everything that you need at home. Making sure that you have what you need for you and your family at the house. So if anybody gets sick or hurt, have a kit where you can be able to sew up wounds. If you don't know how to do that, look it up. Okay. Having antiseptics, knowing different things, like especially women, knowing different things that we can do if our family member, our mate, our spouses, our husbands, our significant other gets hurt, sick, knowing things you can do, knowing pressure points, knowing reflexology, knowing what is EFT tapping, knowing EFT, knowing different things that you can do that you don't have to run to the hospital for every little thing. You don't have to run to a doctor for every little thing, especially if you're not connected to a doctor who is not of a part of the government and a part of this system. You see what I'm saying? So if you don't have that connection, and you need to start learning how to be your own nurse, how to be your own doctor, how to be your own holistic practitioner, you have to learn how to do all of these things for yourself. And you need to know these herbs. You need to know homeopathy. You need to know medicine. You don't have to know a lot of it. You can know it at the very smallest sense. Like, if you have little babies, knowing what to do if they have a cold or a sore throat or a headache or fevers and different things like that. If it's people in your family, you need to know what to do for womb care, womb health, cycles, all of that. Knowing how to prep and prepare your own pads. Women, we are going to have to get back to our tribal ways. We need to know how to do these things, okay? I can't stress it enough. Make it where you don't have to go outside to do anything but lay out in the sun if you had to, okay? Make your home your all be everything, all right? Also, have a plan if you have a blackout. If the electricity goes out, if you have Wi-Fi, if your internet goes out, what is your plan of action? It's time for us, and we should have been doing this, but it's time for us to really put in a plan. It's never too late. At the time is now for us, and I'm speaking to myself too, because it's time for me to step my game up. If you all don't have bug out bags, it's time that you know, start your bug out bag. Okay, go online, go on eBay and start ordering the items you need for your bug out bag. Ladies, we can't sit back to the side, especially if we don't have a significant other or mate that's doing this, and maybe he is not aware of what to do. Then we got to step up our game and make him aware and create these things for ourselves, and making sure that we good and we taken care of. Because at the end of the day, nobody's going to do it for you. And then even if he does, you need to know things that you can do. Because say, anybody can get hurt in battle. Right? What if your mate gets shot in the leg? You know what to do? Or if your mate gets stabbed in the chest, do you know what to do? Right? What if he gets some type of war wound and something happens during all of this chaos? Would you know what to do on how to heal him so you all can move forward? Or will you lay there in the pool of blood crying and he lose his life because of your ignorance? These are things we have to learn and we have to know. It's not for you to sit back and right now, ladies, we can't sit back and play the damsel in distress game. We can while, he's here and doing everything, but at the end of the day, we need to be making notes, researching, and be prepared. And let them know, you can't sit here and say, hey, babe, I got your back when you've never shot a firearm before. You can't say, baby, I got your back, and you don't know how to grow any food. You just know how to cook stuff from the store. You can't say, baby, I got your back when you don't know how to take care of minor aches and pains. You can't say, baby, I got your back if he got pain and issues in his neck, shoulder, knees, or back or something, and you don't know how to fix it. You can't say, baby, I got your, because you ain't got no back. You just sitting there for him to have yours. And we got to get out of that shit. We got to get to the point right now where we know how to survive for ourselves, that we can take care of our family, and we can take care of our mate. We can take care of our man. We can take care of our significant other. We can make sure that we are there for him too, especially if he's there for us. It has to be reciprocated. So, this was a reflection on the earlier talk on my dream. Also a message to the light workers, and then, it spanned off to ladies learning how to get prepared. We're preparing for the worst, but expecting the best. All right. So we know we walk in a positive light energy. We know everything that is of a higher frequency and abundance is ours. We know that nothing negative is going to come our way. We walk in this energy and this knowing that no matter what happens in this outside 3D world, which ain't even real, really don't even matter, that we okay anyway. That's their thing. That's what they got going on. Okay, y'all talking about that and all of that. Okay, that's y'all. My reality, I'm good. Everything always been good. But at the end of the day, I do make sure that I know things, because I know people don't see things and they're not on the same dimension and frequency that I'm on. So if they come to me and they need help, as a healer, as a seer, as a knower, as a dream walker, as a woman that walks in a higher frequency, I need to be able to help them. Because I'm helping myself if I'm helping them. And if you can't do that, then what you doing? All right. So, ladies, we got to do that. We expect our men to do everything while we just sit around and get our nails and feet done. Or while we just sit around and talk to our girlfriends. Or while we sit around and just complain or ask him to do this, that, and the third. And I'm speaking to myself, right? Because I'm saying this because I do these things in preparation for my divine masculine. And for ladies, if you don't have a divine masculine, if you don't have your cosmic +1, then these are the things that you can do. So when the universe brings him and drops him down right here for you, you can have everything you need to make sure that he good. Or why should he come to you? Why should you get a divine masculine or cosmic +1? Why? A lot of you want your soulmate twin flame, but you ain't even preparing for him. You're going to get your hair done and your nails and feet done, but you not working out. You don't know basic homeopathy remedies. You don't know any type of reflexology or Reiki or energy movement. You don't know nothing on how to, holistically heal your man. You don't even know how to talk to him right. I don't know. So ladies, that's the only thing that I'm saying. I'm asking that you work on being a higher frequency of you so you can share that and be that for the higher frequency +1 that is for you, that's there for you. And if he's not there with you right now, that you're doing this to usher that energy in, to manifest it. All right? So hopefully this touched somebody. And I'll tap back in tomorrow with whatever dream comes, y'all. I never know. So peace and high frequencies.